are here with Mother Trucker Yoga. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. It's Wellness Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. I hope you are rolling strong, and today's quick tip is all about spinal care. You take your truck to tune up. You take your bicycle to get a tune up. Heck, you even sometimes take your body to the doctor to get a tune up. But this is a great simple tip that you can do right in the driver's seat to help tune up your spine. Now, I don't know about you, but if you find that sitting long term, driving, hey Alan, how are you? Miss you much. We're talking about spinal tune-ups tonight. Just like you take your truck to get a tune-up, heck, you take a lot of different stuff to get a tune-up, but when it comes to our back, lower back, that gnarly space between the shoulder blades, the bottom of the rib cage, it starts feeling stiff, especially from the long-term effects of sitting. So I'm going to show you a quick stretch that you can do in the driver's seat anytime. You can do it in a regular chair, an office chair, to help give your spine that step in the right direction that it needs, taking you from that dull ache, that stiff feeling that just is, well, a pain in your mother trucker, and hopefully giving you the freedom that you need to go out and do the things that need to get done and also the things that matter to you most. Hey, Robert, how are you? All right, so super simple. You're in the driver's seat. You're in the passenger seat. You're in any old seat. And you start feeling that stiffness through your back. We're going to utilize what we have in the driver's seat to be able to free our back, lower back, mid back, upper back, neck, wherever it is you're stiff. Heck, this is going to help you if you have a pesky hip problem as well. We need to add rotation into our movement diet. So we eat food, we try to get good nutrition in as far as the things that we eat and drink. Well, the same thing goes with movement. We want a variety of movement nutrition to better serve our body. Hey, Adam, thanks so much. Thanks for tuning in. Drop me some hearts, drop me some love that you are definitely in need of a little bit of back care tonight. So what we want to focus on is thinking about the types of movement that we do during the day. Now, for many of us, it's a lot of forward rounding or forward hinging or forward bending. Whether that's driving or getting out and bending down, ratchet strap, whatever it is, a lot of it is forward moving. We want to vary the types of movement that we do so that we can free up our body. One of the big areas we want to pay attention to is the spinal column, because inside those vertebrae is our spinal cord, is a cerebral spinal fluid running up and down. And when that gets stiff, there's a lack of mobility, which means there's a lack of flow in that spinal fluid between our brain and our tailbone or the rest of our body. So when we're not rotating or twisting during the day, think of it like a glow stick. We're not breaking the glow stick so that we can get the nutrition, we can get the blood flow, we can get all of the communication between our brain and the rest of our body. So how many times a day do you think that you rotate? Hey, Paul, thanks for tuning in. Hey, William, thanks for tuning in. How many times a day do you actually consciously rotate your body? You may be like me and realize you don't do it as much as you should. So twisting or rotating is like the magic ingredient for your back. When we add more rotation in, our entire back body is freed, and that dull stiffness, that achy feeling all goes away. So you can do a simple stretch in your driver's seat as many times a day as you can to help alleviate some of that stiffness. So first things first, I need you to sit upright. Now, in my truck, I don't have my back shield on here because we were just driving our RV and they're still in the RV. So I would highly suggest a back shield. Check them out. You can use our code MTY10, 10% off free shipping. Just a little plug here for Gary at Back Shield. We love him. But we want to make sure that we're sitting upright when we twist. Second thing we want to make sure is that we're not pushing our lower back farther forward than it needs to be when we're twisting, okay? So step one, sit upright. Step two, think about your spine stacked like blocks. Step three, we're going to use our steering wheel, and we're going to use the seat or the arm or anything that we have near us to also aid in that rotation. When we go the other way, you can actually use your seatbelt. Okay, so outside arm is going to grab the steering wheel. Inside arm is either going to be placed down on the side of the seat. I have a middle console here, or eventually we can reach for the back of the seat. The key though here is to not just wrench and twist, which for many of us, that's what we do. No, 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 don't do that. Why? Because you're going to over-rotate where you're already mobile, and the areas that are stiff and causing pain aren't going to twist at all. This is super important when it comes to movement because we tend to abuse the areas that move well while neglecting the areas that don't move at all. That is a recipe for a lot of pain later on. Hey Al, thanks for tuning in. So when we twist, here's my magic formula. Hand on the steering wheel, opposite hand, I'm actually going to pivot myself a little bit, which is fine. Opposite hand on the backrest, the headrest, the middle console, the arm, whatever you can grab. If you need to move your seat back, feel free to do that. And we're going to work our way up the house, okay? So first things first, I want you to think about turning where your hip bones are, okay? So I'm going to turn kind of right where my hip bones are, my belly button is, and go as far as I can. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And usually on that exhalation, you can get a little bit farther. Then we're going to work our way up to the bottom of the rib cage, okay? So where that bottom of the rib cage is, we're going to take a nice deep breath in, and I'm going to turn at the bottom of my rib cage, just going as far as I can go. Then I'm going to take a nice deep breath in again. And now I'm going to try to turn at my heart. So now I'm going to try to rotate like I have a little camera right at my sternum and turn as far as I can. Now all of a sudden I'm really feeling my back muscles. Now we're going to go up to our clavicles, which is kind of like right at the bottom of your throat. And I'm going to start to try to rotate my shoulders. And then, nice big breath in. I'm going to try to rotate my head, neck, and eyes. It's almost like the bottom of your chin trying to find the top of your outer shoulder. And then see if you can hold this. Nice deep breath in and then exhale. Nice deep breath out. I'm just trying to move my body gently into the twist a little bit more for about 5 breaths. Now when you come out, it's just this nice, slow unrolling. What you might find, especially on that derotation coming out of it, is it's like, whew, because you're feeling the effects of that stretch in those stiff areas of the body. So when you add rotation in, super important, pay attention to the areas that move too much and the areas that don't move enough. For a lot of people, the lower back doesn't move, and then at the bottom the rib cage moves a lot, and then they're stiff through the upper torso. And then all of a sudden we're trying to turn our head, usually one way twist better than the other. So pay attention to those areas of hypermobility and really try to focus in on those areas that don't move. You have to train your brain because it's not about how deep you can go. It's about the effects of the stretch, of the twist. So if you're feeling that like, whew, okay, you're in the twist. And if you're stiff, you're just not going to have to go as far. Okay, so if we go the other way, same thing, hand on the steering wheel. Let's see if I can turn my phone here a little bit. And I apologize if it's bouncing a little bit. I have it on a clip. So, okay. Hand on the steering wheel. Up, outside, inside, bottom, doesn't matter, okay? Outside arm, the hand by the window, is going to reach for the door. If you have a no shit handle, feel free to grab that. If you can turn just a smidge, get that other hand behind the seat, or even grab onto the seat belt. Find something, okay? So as we're nice and tall, we're going to do that same thing again. So I'm trying to twist in my lower back. Rotate, rotate, rotate as far as I can go. Then nice deep breath in. Now I'm trying to twist at the bottom of my rib cage, just as far as I can go. And then making my way up. Now I'm at kind of the middle of the shoulder blades, just as far as I can go. And then one more big breath. Try to rotate at the shoulders. I'm not hunching though, and I'm not arcing my back. And then finally at the head, neck, and eyes. And then again, holding that for about 5 breaths, and then slow on the derotation, coming back out. Notice if your neck twists better one direction than the other. We typically have movement patterns that we go one direction more than the other, so don't be surprised if twisting to the right or left is easier one direction than it is the other. If you do have a tighter side, I would highly suggest trying to do that side a little bit longer. Think of it like trying to even out the scales. If we always are doing everything equal, there's always going to be a gap. We want to try to even out that gap when we try to add in this type of rotation. So let me know in the comment section, is this something that you can see yourself doing? At Mother Trucker Yoga, myself, I believe that movements don't have to be complicated. That fitness, wellness, health don't have to be long and drawn out. That it's about the simple little things that you add into your day that lead you to a healthier life. Just like movements like this. If you want to free your back, you want to free your neck, you want to have more mobility in your body, it's about rotation. So this week, focus on rotation. Let me know if you're adding this into your movement diet and how your body is feeling after a couple of days of rotation. Joey, thanks so much for tuning in. I am doing great, by the way. So just a little bit here before we tune off. Super excited. If you didn't check out our post from before, our pain relief cream and Mother Trucker Yoga is definitely getting picked up and noticed by some other people, even outside the trucking world, which is pretty awesome. Just this Monday, our pain relief cream was picked up by Tori Spelling. And although she's not a truck driver, she is loving our pain relief cream for neck pain and upper back pain. So we're super stoked about that, because every effort that we make to move the needle forward with Mother Trucker Yoga is an effort and a step in the right direction to help every single one of you drivers on the road move closer towards a healthier lifestyle in movement, in health, in our mind, no matter where you are. Richard, maybe I'll try tomorrow. I'm starting to like yoga, especially Sandaguru. Awesome. Yeah, definitely find something that works for you, but it's about the little things. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't feel like you have to spend 20 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever, every single day. Try adding in those tiny little movements, because at the end of the day, everything adds up. All right, my friends, please share out this video. We so appreciate it. It's the best way that we can let Facebook world know that we are wanting other drivers to check out what we have to offer. So please share out this video. Please leave your comments in the comment section. I will come back if you have any questions about what we did tonight. And most importantly, remember to take care of yourself, because you only have one body and replacement parts are never as good as the originals. All right, good night, my friends.